Hey guys, coming at you again with another tech tutorial. Sorry it's been a while since I made another video. I've actually been testing out a new ROM for the Verizon Galaxy Note 3, and by new ROM I mean a 4.4.2 KitKat ROM. Yes, there is a leaked version of KitKat available for the Verizon Galaxy Note 3. Now it is leaked, so with that there comes some things. I have been using the Baja ROM. You have three options. You can either use a deodexed, an odexed version of the stock Verizon Note 3 leak ROM, or you can use a Baja ROM. And with the Baja ROM, I ran into some issues with the GPS on its location pinpointing. Whenever I drive down a highway, for example, it thinks I'm on the service road, so it kind of jumps back and forth, and sometimes it has a hard time connecting. So I'm not sure if that translates directly over to any other ROM or the stock Deodex or Odex ROM, but I have been having those issues with the Baja ROM, which is one of the options you're going to have in this tutorial on what ROM to install onto your phone for this 4.4.2 KitKat update. So that's really the only issue I ran into it, and I've been running it for about a week now, and that's really the only issue I've had with it. Let's go over the prerequisites before we start this. With your phone, you should be on MJE rooted. If you're not rooted and you're not on the MJE ROM, be sure to follow my latest video on how to root the Verizon Note 3 MJE using vroot. Be sure to follow that tutorial and all the follow-up tutorials, such as how to replace a Chinese super user with super SU and how to clean up afterwards. So that way you will be on a stock rooted MJE firmware on Jelly Bean 4.3. And also be sure to follow my Safestrap video on how to install Safestrap recovery onto your phone. That will install Safestrap version 3.65, and that way we can get started with this tutorial. Okay, so once you're on Jelly Bean 4.3 MJE rooted with vroot, and you have the Safestrap recovery version 3.65, we can get started. In my case, I already have 4.3 KitKat installed, and I have Safestrap recovery version 3.72. So once you do it once, you can, and this video will prove it, you can just go ahead and repeat the whole process all over again if for some reason you need to return the phone to stock, if for some reason you need to wipe the phone. So while saying that, back up your phone because you will be losing everything on it. We will be wiping the phone's internal memory, so it will be completely gone. Nothing will happen to your stuff on your SD card, but just in case, back it up as well. So back up everything. And now when I say backup, be sure not to do the backup with titanium backup. I do have some videos on backing up your phone using titanium backup, but those videos are meant for the Jelly Bean 4.3 Android and not the KitKat 4.4.2. So if you do that and you back up system data, it could go ahead and mess up the 4.4.2 KitKat. So if you're going to be backing up contacts, use Google Backup. If you're going to be backing up applications, you really can't. You're just going to have to download them all over again with KitKat using the Google Play Store. It's unfortunate, but you're going to have to do that. The only exception, even though on the forum that I'm showing on the screen right now, it does say, and let me scroll down to that, it does say right here on restoring apps and data, it says do not allow Google to auto restore. Right here it says it is recommended to install apps directly from Google Play after flashing 4.4.2 and not allow Google to auto restore your 4.3 apps and data. It says that, but from experience, just saying, using the Baja ROM, it does automatically update applications, and I believe last time it did allow me to just go ahead and restore my applications, and it just started downloading all of them automatically, and I was running fine. But just follow what the developer says and just download every application you need manually. Download them again. Okay, so once you're backed up, let's go ahead and get started on this tutorial. We're gonna have to do a couple of things before we can actually start messing with the phones and putting files on the phone. So let's go ahead and take a look at this tutorial really quick. Okay, so all these, the link to this forum post is going to be in the description down below, and you can get all the files from here. So the first file, the first couple of files we're going to need is for your desktop or your PC. This is going to be for a Windows operating system. So first file you need to download is this tar file, which we're going to be flashing with Odin, which is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and open these up so you can see what the website looks like. The tar file is going to be hosted on Android file host, and just go ahead and hit the big begin download button and go ahead and check the MD5 to make sure that the download was not corrupted or anything. If you don't know how to check MD5s, just do a quick Google search. All you need is an MD5 checker, and you just need this MD5 code, and you just select the zip file in the MD5 checker, and you copy and paste that MD5 code into it. It'll verify that they match up, and you're good to go. That's just a quick explanation. And then you'll also need the Odin version 3.09. Just go ahead and hit this download button in the center. If you don't have ad blocker, this download in the center is the legitimate one. So those two files are downloaded, and let me show you really quick what you're going to do with those files and how they look. Okay, so I have all of them in a KitKat folder, so I'm going to go ahead and open it. And I have some other files in here, just disregard them. Right now we're talking about Odin, so it's going to be in a zip file. When you open the zip file, you're going to have these two files in the zip file. Just go ahead and extract them to your desktop or to a folder or whatever. You're going to need that .exe and that .ini. Just go ahead and just extract them, and you see both of them are right here for me. And then for the tar file, the N900V KK firmware .tar file, just go ahead and open that up. This is important that you do extract this tar file. You do not want to flash the zip because it won't work. So make sure you extract that, and I just went ahead and extracted that to my desktop as you see here. So this is how it should look. It should be unzipped. It's very important. Be sure you unzip it. So once you're done with that, you can just go ahead and open up Odin. So those are the files you're going to be needing for your desktop. Now the tar file might take a little while. It's only 74 megabytes, so it should be kind of quick. So go ahead and get these ready and have your setup looking like mine. You're going to have the tar file and Odin open. Okay, so let's go back to that forum post. So once you have those files on your PC, you're going to have to download some cards and put it into your external SD card. On here it says your external SD card or internal SD card. But the thing is, we're going to be factory resetting your phone. So anything within your internal storage should be wiped. Some things sometimes survive, but just to play it safe, make sure you have an external SD card for your phone, and make sure that you go ahead and put these files on the external SD card. Just be sure to put everything on your external SD card to avoid any issues. Okay, so here we go. You have the option between these three right here: the HLTE, Verizon Wireless, Root, Deodex, and Odex. If you don't know what the difference between Deodex and Odex is, just go ahead and select the Deodex. So I'm going to open that up. It's going to take you to Android file host again. Just go ahead and begin the download and check your MD5 again. You always want to check MD5 to make sure that your file is intact and not corrupted, because that could cause issues. If you want, you could also use a Baja ROM. It's created by a developer, and they do add some extra things. If you want to read up on it, you can, but pretty much what they do is they usually remove the bloatware, customize it a little bit. It's more customizable than the stock, which is at Deodex. So if you want a ROM, you can use this one. And as of this forum post, there are other ROMs available. I just haven't tested them. I believe Hyperdrive has actually updated his ROM to RLS 8, which supports KitKat. So you can go ahead and download that one and install it. But just to play it safe, let's go ahead and do it with these. And if you want this Baja ROM, which is actually what I'm going to be using in this tutorial, just hit the direct download and it downloads it. Okay, so once you downloaded one of these three, you also want to go ahead and download these two. You could just go ahead and click on the same link. You could just go ahead and click on that first link, and it'll take you to goo.im, and you could actually download the 3.72 and the 3.65 we're going to need, because it shows you right here you're going to need the 3.72 and the 3.65. So right now, if you're on Jelly Bean, you should be on 3.65 Safestrap if you follow my previous videos, and that is the latest and greatest version as of right now for Jelly Bean. So you want to be on that, and you're going to be on that. And the reason we're going to have to download it and put it on our SD card is just to play it safe in case something happens. You're going to be able to revert, so it's just a safety net. So once you're on the goo.im website, go ahead and download this first one, which is the 3.72 Safestrap. Just click on it and download it. And then you also want to download this 3.65. So be sure to download those two. Okay, so just go ahead and connect your phone to your computer and copy over one of those 3 zip files and the Safestrap 3.72 and the 3.65. And those should be on your phone, ready to go. Okay, so once you have those files on your phone, we're going to go ahead and start the process. And to start the process, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the phone by hitting restart. And it gives you the alert that it's going to restart, and hit OK. And it's going to shut down. Okay. Once it starts back up, you want to keep your eye on it because you're going to boot into Safestrap recovery. And go ahead and hit recovery. And it's going to stay on this black screen for a couple seconds until it boots into Safestrap. Okay, so now you're in Safestrap, and you should, if you are currently on Jelly Bean 4.3, probably in my previous videos I told you to use everything but the stock ROM slot. In this case, you're going to use only the stock ROM slot. As of right now, they say that the other ROM slots are not able to be used. I haven't tested it yet. I'm going to be testing it here soon, seeing if it is true. But in this case, you're going to want to stick with the stock ROM slot. So if you're not on the stock ROM slot, go ahead and go into boot options. If you're on any of these other ROM slots, 2, 3, or 4, just go ahead and go to the stock ROM and hit activate. Where it says currently active, it should say activate. So go ahead and hit that, and then go ahead and hit the back button, and then hit the back button once more. Okay, and now you should be on ROM slot stock. Next thing we want to do is go to wipe, and then we want to swipe to factory reset. It's going to go ahead and wipe it real quick, and then you can hit back, and then hit the back button. Okay, so once you are wiped, you want to go ahead and hit install, and then go up a level, and then you want to go to external _ SD, and that should be your external SD card. And then you want to go and navigate over to either the DODEX or the ODEX zip, or in my case you can't see it because of the brightness, but you want to go to the zip file that says Baja ROM or your DODEX ODEX. So just go ahead and go to that zip file and select it, and then you just want to go ahead and hit swipe to flash, and it'll go ahead and flash it. Now I did run into an issue once. Right now I'm using Safestrap recovery 3.72. I should be on 3.65, but since I've done this process once before, I've already updated to 3.72. Doesn't really affect anything. I've successfully done it, but the only thing I've run into is as you saw, I tapped the screen to keep it alive. For some reason I ran into an issue where when I was doing this, it just blacked out my screen. Now if you're on 3.65, it might be normal, it should be okay. All it's doing is putting your screen to sleep to conserve battery. But for some odd reason, I'm thinking it's because I was on the 3.72 Safestrap doing this process again. The screen blacked out and stayed blacked out, and it wouldn't come back on. So I had to pull the battery and restart. So if for some odd reason you're already on Safestrap 3.72 because you're doing this for the second time or whatever, be sure to keep the screen alive. But if you don't have that issue, just go ahead and let it turn off and go black to conserve some battery, even though it doesn't take that long. And then whenever it's done, the screen should come back on, or you can just tap it to bring it back on. Okay, so it's installing kernel, and it should be done. Now be sure, do not hit the reboot system. For you people that have done it before and y'all are used to that, do not do that. Go ahead and hit the back button and hit it again until you're back on the home screen. So you're still on your ROM slot stock, and you just completed flashing the KitKat ROM. And now what you want to do is you want to hit reboot here at the bottom, and then you want to go ahead and hit download. So this is the reason that you did not want to hit that reboot system real quick, because you don't want to do that, because technically in your case you're still on the Jelly Bean kernel, and we're going to be flashing the KitKat kernel with Odin. So that's what we're going to do, and to do that we have to get into download mode. So go ahead and hit download. Okay, and then it will bring you to download mode. Doing this process, I guarantee you, will not trip Knox. So the reason my Knox is tripped is because of the fact that I was messing around with it before. So again, this will not trip Knox. Alright, cool. So we're clear on that. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and go back to Odin, and we want to make sure that auto reboot is selected and F reset time is selected, and then go ahead and hit AP and navigate over to your tar file that we unzipped. So it could be anywhere, just go ahead and navigate to where you unzipped it to and open it. There we go. And if it's successful, it should look just like this, and the start button should be available. So whenever you plug in your cable, make sure that it is not on a USB 3.0 port, because Odin isn't really compatible with it. So go ahead and make sure it's on a USB 2.0 port and plug it into your phone. If the drivers are installed on your computer properly, then you should have your COM port pop up right here. And I failed to tell you about that a minute at the beginning of the tutorial, but yes, make sure your phone drivers are installed. Yeah, but if you've been modifying your phone, and if you're up to this point already, you should already have the drivers installed on your computer anyways. But just to make sure, if for some reason your phone isn't popping up, go back to the forum post, and as it recommends right here, go to your control panel and uninstall all Samsung drivers. And then you can download and install the latest ones from the Samsung website. So if I just go ahead and open this web page, it's going to take you over to the Samsung website, and just go over to the download section and download the latest one, which is the 1.5.42, released on April 9th, and it's 15.26 megabytes. So just go ahead and download the exe right there, and that will install the latest drivers. Okay, so going back to the process, just go ahead and hit start. So it's going to be flashing all these boot images and the modem and everything. These are all the new 4.4.3 files that it's flashing. Okay, so it's going to say reset, and then your phone will start right back up. So at this point, it is safe to unplug it. And then you'll have this, and it will say that Safestrap is disabled. That's just saying that you don't have a safe ROM slot active, and that you are just using the stock ROM slot. It's pretty bright, but this is the Baja ROM boot screen. If you use the deodex file or the stock Verizon ROM, then you'll probably see Verizon, and it's probably going to be stuck on this for quite a while. So I'm just going to let it boot. It's probably going to take about 5 to 10 minutes. So don't be alarmed if you're stuck on the Baja ROM screen or the Verizon symbol for quite a while. Just put it aside and let it do its thing, because it is booting up like if it was stock. And while you wait, you can go ahead and just shut down Odin. You're done with it for now. If for some reason you're having partition issues, I've never run across this issue, but if for some reason you are having some kind of partition issues, you can use the pit file. The pit file is right here on the forum post. Just browse to PC and insert file to be flashed into the pit file. So at the top of Odin, I'll show you. So right here in the pit file section, you can just select that. It'll open up your browse menu, and then you could just browse over to that pit file and go ahead and select it. So go ahead and hit pit, and I navigated over to a folder that I put it in, and it's going to be a pit file. And you just select it, open it, and it's going to be there. And then do the same thing for your AP. Navigate over to your AP file, which is that tar file, and select it and open it. So it would look like this. So only do that if you're having some kind of repartitioning issues. Again, I don't know why you would have that issue, but some people might. Just do that and then just continue on, hit the start button, and follow the rest of the tutorial as normal. Alright, so my phone started and it's finished the booting process, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this real quick. In your case, just go ahead and go through the setup wizard normally as if it's a brand new phone. Just go ahead and set it up. So log into your Google account or whatever other accounts that it has. So go ahead and do this normally. So I just went ahead and skipped through the majority of it, and then you're gonna get my magazine pop up right after everything. You just go ahead and hit the home button and it'll take you to your home screen. So there we go. We are into the Baja ROM. And just to verify that we are on KitKat, I'm going to go over to my About phone and show you that I am on Android version 4.4.2. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just tap it. And there you go. You have your KitKat animation and Android 4.4.2. And we still have one more step to do, and that is updating Safestrap to version 3.72, because you should be on 3.65. So just go ahead and navigate over to Safestrap. If you're using the Baja ROM, then it's automatically on there, but just to play it safe, just go and navigate over to the My Files in My Apps. Okay, and then go ahead and go to All, and then go to SD memory card, and then select that that Safestrap 72KK APK. That should be the one that we put on there a minute ago. Select that. It's going to say install block. Go to settings, and then just select unknown sources and hit OK. And then you're back into the install, and then go ahead and hit install. If this white box comes out, it's the Google app protection or whatever, which is white right now because of the webcam. Just go ahead and hit agree, and it's installed, and go ahead and hit open. And as you see, we do have root permissions. Since super user is asking for permission, just go ahead and hit grant. Terms and conditions, go ahead and hit agree. Okay, and as you see, I'm already on 3.72. What I did when I was on 3.65, just to play it safe, I just hit uninstall recovery, and then right after it was done, I just went ahead and did install recovery, and it installs 3.72, and that's it. And to verify, you can just go ahead and select reboot to recovery, and it should say it within Safestrap, or you can just go go ahead and exit out of this and restart your phone and come back to the Safestrap app through your app menu and just verify you have 3.72. But if your phone boots up normally, you should be fine. The reason you need the 3.72 Safestrap is because that is the Safestrap that supports the 4.4.3 KitKat ROM or 4.4.3 KitKat Android. So that's the reason we're needing to do that. Okay, so if you followed this tutorial step by step, you should now have a Verizon Note 3 with the leaked 4.4.3 KitKat Android. And you're either on a stock Deodex ROM or on the Baja ROM. And like I said before, there is a hyperdrive ROM available for the 4.4.3 KitKat ROM, for the 4.4.3 KitKat kernel that you can install, and everything is going to be installed through the stock ROM slot. So make sure you do everything correctly, because if you do mess up the stock ROM slot and for some odd reason you can't install a zip file into it successfully, you're going to have to reflash your phone. So you can just do that by doing this whole process again, but you're going to have to figure out a way to put all those files on your SD card without your phone. So you're going to have an adapter or whatever. But that's just worst case scenario. If that does happen and you need some help, just leave a comment down below. I'm pretty sure I got everything in this tutorial, but if I did miss anything, just leave a comment down below, and I'm really quick on getting to your comments, and I usually answer everyone that needs some help. So be sure to leave a comment down below if I missed anything or if you have any questions at all. Now also be sure to subscribe, because there is going to be a very important follow-up video for this tutorial. That follow-up video is how to disable system updates over the air or what have you on your phone using Titanium Backup. And that is very important, because if you do receive a over-the-air update from Verizon, then it can mess up your entire phone. I mean, that's just in theory, but it is possible that something can mess up, or it could leave you stranded and without root for a while. Because it is true that there is a official 4.4.3 and not a leaked version. There's an official 4.4.3 that's available through Keys, but it is not rootable as of today. So make sure that you do disable those system updates, and that video will be coming out soon. So be sure to subscribe and share this video for anyone that does not know that, because it's very important if you want to keep your root. So like I said, please subscribe and check out all my other videos on my channel. I have a whole bunch of other tech tutorials, not just Verizon Note 3 videos, even though that's kind of my specialty right now. So be sure to check out my channel and share it so other people can be enlightened by my videos as well. And something I haven't done, I'm actually gonna add my my Twitter URL right here, and I'm gonna leave the link in the description down below. Be sure to talk to me on Twitter. I have had some people that actually contacted me on Google Hangouts. You know, I'm available for that too. But you know, if I want to get my Twitter a little bit more active, so if you like, go ahead and follow me on my Twitter account. I can give you any advice or help there. Be sure to share it around as well. Alright guys, that's it for now. Y'all have a good one.